Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome again, guys. Welcome back to another video lecture by Kami Microbiologist. Today in this video lecture we are going to see the most important and the repeated MCQs of the GAT subjective that are mostly repeated in the GAT subjective. So let's talk about it. The first MCQs of the microbiology that is repeated. So it says that which organism converts sulfur to sulfate. So this type of organism is called as desulfovibrio. Then we have another MCQs which says that average size of the virus. So the average size of the virus is 20 to 300 nanometer. The living organism that get benefit from both this relationship is actually called as facultative symbionts, or we also call it facultative mutualist. So don't be confused, there will be only one option you have, so you will select this one. Okay, then we have S, G1 and G2 phase are called, so it is called interphase. Then we have gene moves from one linkage to another linkage, it is called as gene recombination. Then another MCQ says that let's suppose we have the example of indirect microorganism that take a participation. What we call this? So we call that nitrogen fixing bacteria, and in nitrogen fixing bacteria we have two types, which is the rhizobium and azobacter. 7 MCQ says that most common food poisoning microorganism are, so the microorganism are salmonella. Then we have E. coli contain one chromosome. How many plasmids should it have? You can write the option 8 by yourself. The next MCQ says that the MBC of antimicrobial drug is determined by broth dilution. 10 MCQ says that how much grams of soil have millions of bacteria. So we have 100 grams of the soil have millions of bacteria. And we have antifoam agent during fermentation is, so it is silicone oil. The concept of cloning was discovered by Hans Payman. Then we have fermentation, in which the pyruvic acid is converted into ethanol or lactic acid. RNA complementary to mRNA, what we call that? We call that cRNA. Another MCQ says that the ratio between CD4 and CD8 in peripheral blood smear, so it is actually 1:2. Then we have TB. So remember that TB sputum sample is mostly collected from the lower respiratory tract. Then we have the molecular weight of the immunoglobulin, means antibody, so it is 150 kDa, kilodalton. We have scurpy in sheep, so scurpy in sheep is mostly caused by prion. We have antiseptic dress, it was discovered by Joseph Lester. Then we have quinolones antibiotics, which are mostly used to inhibit the bacterial DNA gyrase or topoisomerase 2. We have wine production or study of wine, it is called as enology. Acetic acid is mostly obtained from ethanol. What we call that? We call that ethanoic acid. What is septicemia? Septicemia is mostly the production of toxin in bloodstream. Then we have mode of transmission of the poliomyelitis is, it is mostly transmitted by fecal oral route. Then we have the most important microorganism that are found on the kidney is called E. coli. We have the Human Genome Project or library that is constructed in 1980. Then we have the layers of the epidermis, so mostly we have 4 layers of the epidermis. We have SMAA, this is actually the selective media which are used for the salmonella, and it is mostly prepared by the adding sulfur, manganese and azide to make the media. So these are the most repeated and important MCQs that are mostly come into the NTS GAT subjective MCQs. Okay, NTS GAT subjective MCQs for the microbiology. I hope this video is helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching.